So, you got a lingering song, or maybe it's being sold and you want to know what a good one is. Well, let's figure it out. Alright, lingering song is the Iron Banner hand cannon, and it's quite possibly the best possible legendary version of this archetype of hand cannon. The other ones that you can get right now easily would be Ill Will and Judith D. Judith D is only available from the Arms Day at the Gunsmith, and its perk possibilities are just bad. You have a higher chance of getting a just bad roll than you do of getting even something remotely usable. You got Surrounded, Relentless Tracker, Danger Close, Last Resort as bad perks just in that tree, and then you have like Zen Moment on a low rate of fire hand cannon. Why? Feeding Frenzy, Who's Next is there's some really bad perks that are possible to get on this gun. And then to top it all off, it has it's okay stats, it has the lowest range of all of them. This gun is just bad baseline, and it should feel bad. Get it off the screen. Okay, Ill Will is kind of the more popular one, and it drops it as end of rewards from Crucible matches. One of the really good things is this one's capable of getting Luck in the Chamber as one of the final perks on it, as well as like Rangefinder Outlaw. You're actually much more likely to get a very good roll of Ill Will than you are of, say, that one I just deleted off the screen. Only problem for me is the reload speed on this is so, both the reload and stability are so ungodly low that it's just not really worth trying to use it in any serious fashion. It's kind of a joke, but it seriously is true. If you're using the base reload speed of the gun on PS4 or Xbox, it's quicker to actually go and hit reload, go into your inventory, and swap out weapons than it is to actually reload this gun and wait for it. You need some sort of reload increase, like Outlaw. Yeah, I think Outlaw or like Feather Mag would be like the only ways to actually naturally make this a better reload speed, and then plus hand cannon gloves. So this thing's interesting, but no, just no. Lingering Song, however, what this video is actually about, yes. This is one of the best possible ones just based on stats. It has the only stat on this right-hand side of the screen that's actually less than any of the other ones is like base range, I think. Base range is ever so slightly lower than everything else. It has better magazine, better reload, better stability, better aim assist, better equip speed, better recoil direction. Yeah, just base stat-wise, it's really good. Now, when we get into the actual perks, this is where it gets even better. So it already has a pretty decently high range. You don't really need to do much to the range stat to make it good. Hammer Forged alone puts it in a perfect spot for hand cannon range values. You can go for more with like rifled barrel, but then that kind of hurts the reload. You can get reinforced barrel, but then that hurts the stability. And I feel like both the reload and stability on this particular gun are in a really good place. So Hammer Forged alone gets the range into a usable spot. Now, with hand cannon bloom, no matter what, you're always going to have to pace your shots. And even if you get like a reinforced barrel or rifled barrel, you're still going to have to pace your shots. So that little bit of extra range, I don't feel like it would help on this particular archetype. Hammer Forged alone as this first spot is good enough for a range increasing perk. However, if you want a little bit more like from reinforced or rifled, that's fine. Small bore is also okay. It does reduce the magazine size, and there's a particular build which I'll go over which this does work on it. For other things, we have hand laid stock, injection mold, oiled frame, brace frame. Hand cannons their stability is good on them, but since this one, it takes so long to wait in between each shot that I don't see the point in getting really good stability. On like a high rate of fire weapon, sure, you're trying to take advantage of the high rate of fire, so you want a higher stability. On this one, you're waiting quite a bit in between each shot. Well, you're not waiting ages. You're still firing at a decent pace. But, stability doesn't really serve that good of a purpose here. For this tree right here, range is what you want to go for. So Hammer Forged is like my tier 1 pick here. If I had to pick a second one, Rifled Barrel would be the second one. I wouldn't actually want to hurt the stability too much on it because it is good to have, a decent stability on it, even though I just kind of talked it up like stability is a non-issue. For second tier perks right here, Snapshot, Quick Draw, Lightweight, Single Point Sling, Explosive Rounds, High Caliber Extended Mag, and Feather Mag. Personally, extended magazine is really good. High caliber rounds is completely pointless. It actually reduces the flinch on hand cannons to a very noticeable degree. Like, you don't even have to go into editing software. It's a very noticeable decrease in flinch. Feather mag is okay, but that does reduce the magazine size, and it's only going to be useful in one particular build, again, which I'll get into in just a second. So personally, quick draw, single point sling, or snapshot, something that increases the equip speed, which is already at a good place for this particular archetype of hand cannon, but more the merrier. I use this on my Warlock, and so it basically has quick draw with Ophidian aspects, and I love it. I absolutely love it. With like my sniper rifle, I can quickly whip this out after getting a body shot, and no matter where I hit my target, they're going to drop after I body shot them with this hand cannon. Snapshot also, it's okay. Personally though, quick draw is probably the better one. In this node, extended mag is also probably the other one I'd go for. People that like explosive rounds, you guys like explosive rounds, I'm not going to talk you out of it. If you like explosive rounds, go for it. There's nothing really wrong with the perk. I personally don't really like it. That's why I never recommend it. Now, in the final tree here, you got quite a few options. Personally, Hidden Hand is always a great thing to have on hand cannons. Rangefinder as well, really good because it increases the range and makes your shots a little more consistent. Luck in the Chamber, always good. Army of One is probably the like Army of One and Third Eye are a little bit particular. Army of One's kind of, it's good. I can't say anything bad about it. Third Eye, it's good again, but can't really say anything bad about it either. But Rangefinder, Hidden Hand, and Luck in the Chamber in this node are kind of what you want to be going for. Firefly in the last tier here is really the only one I'd pick. Triple tap if you're going for a PvE role. Triple tap would be good. You can make kind of a quasi first curse here. You're not going to be able to get the good reload like first curse has, but triple tap is really good on this particular variety of hand cannon. Firefly though is the clear winner. Mulligan is Rescue Mag is better on secondaries. Zen Moment, just don't use Zen Moment on this archetype of hand cannon. It's too slow to actually be useful, not big enough increase. No, Zen Moment's a wasted perk here. All right, so there are some really interesting builds that you can actually do with this hand cannon. Over here, you'll notice that the magazine is capable of going down to 4, and that is by getting, I believe it's either small bore. No, small bore doesn't decrease it. I believe it's braced frame and feather mag will reduce the magazine size enough to get it down to that. Whatever it is, you just want to get perks that reduce magazine size. And then you get Luck in the Chamber. So each shot has a 25% chance of proccing that Luck in the Chamber round, which means you are going to be consistently two-tapping people. Pair that with some reload gloves because you'll be reloading quite often. That thing would be nasty. That would be really, really fun. That's not the role that I would go for. That's something that I would get just to kind of mess around with and play with. But a Luck in the Chamber role with magazine reduction perks would be really cool. Personally, I'm more about making a weapon as consistent as possible, and building something around Luck in the Chamber, while cool and interesting, and I totally want to do it, isn't what I would be looking for like a really well-rolled one of these. For a really good roll, I'd do something like Hammer Forged, quick draw, or extended mag. If you're going for a PvE roll, extended mag. If you're going for a PvP roll, I'd go for quick draw, and then Luck in the Chamber, Rangefinder, Hidden Hand in this column, and then Firefly. I use Firefly on my personal one, and I love it. I'd personally prefer Hidden Hand, but I'm not missing too much, and it is kind of hilarious to blow people up with Firefly on a hand cannon. All right, so I hope that answers some questions about this wonderful, wonderful hand cannon called the Lingering Song. Best of luck trying to get a good roll on it, and I'll see you later.